misdocumented. I'm going to use any word that they want to use. But when I look at the facts of in the past year, Belvedere Assisted Living, Belvedere Homes, we have assisted over 100 individuals with housing and placement opportunities. We are not funded by Baltimore City. We are not connected to a subsidy housing program. We are connected to the faith of God to know that these people do not belong on the street. And with $3.7 million, they would not have to be on the street if people would make a conscious decision not to think of self first. If you're taking a salary out of the money, try to deplete that salary some and make a decision to house these people firsthand. So when I deal with these individuals from healthcare and homeless, from other entities, and I'm seeing the arrogance in these individuals to feel like they have the decision-making tools to say whether or not a person can be housed or not housed. You know, Larry, I'm saying this because as addressing this issue is leading more and more. I have an individual in my program right now, and this is how I realize how the system works, family. Out of 13 years, I have worked with this provider. This provider was funded $536,000 this year. This year, and I knew that. I was equipped. I was educated with that this year. So mind you, I've worked with this provider for 13 years, and this provider called me with a referral. So when he sent the referral, he said, "Ms. Flowers, you so used to dealing with difficult clients, you need to take this client and work with him because he seems to be familiar with your program, and he's been with me before." So I said, "Sure, I'll take him." And I took this individual, and I had him for 2 months. So 3 weeks ago, I called the provider. I said, "Look, I know y'all got funded, $536,000.
He denied it.
No, listen, this is my first time ever addressing this service provider about money. My first time in 13 years. This is how I know the money is there. I brought this to this provider attention. He act like he just swallowed a watermelon.
Wow.
He was wondering, "Whoa, how you know that, Miss Flowers?" You don't know what Miss Flowers been doing since I-83. She been educating herself. She been making herself knowledgeable that you guys just got $536,000. I say, now I took this individual from your organization to help you. Now how are you going to pay for his service fee? Within 2 weeks, I got a check for $550. This is the first time I ever received a check from this provider. The first time they ever initiated to help one of the individuals that I serviced for them. In 13 years, this is the first time they ever sent a check because I stood up and I said what I knew. I was educated, I was knowledgeable. When you look in the scriptures, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed by the lack of knowledge. So I started thinking about all the people that I housed from these service providers over the past 13 years.
$500,000.
My people are destroyed due to the lack of knowledge. The only reason why Belvedere Assisted Living and Belvedere Homes is in the financial situation is in, it could be on the grounds of being destroyed. Because I wasn't knowledgeable enough a year ago to ask that provider, I'll take the individual, I'll work with the individual, but you need to send some of that funding to come with them. So this let me know the money is there. The service provider holds on to it. And if the care providers don't know it's there for them, they will never be able to reach out and know how to get those funds. They didn't tell you how you got that money. So that was there, and it came. 3 weeks later, I got the check. I was like, oh, that's how that worked. I need to track back a couple of years and find a couple of invoices for a couple of these providers out here that call their self-funded for Baltimore City. How you doing today, caller? James?
Yeah, good evening.
How are you?
Well, I'm listening to you talk, and one of the things that you said you went to the woman. You wasn't asking for money.
No, I asked for God. I said I want guidance, mentorship. Give me some of that. Guide me, lady. Help me.
Did you try to do a joint venture with somebody? One of those.
I tried to collaborate in partnership with them. I asked her specifically because she's the new. Mind you, this is the new executive director of the Journey Home Packet. of homeless services. She's new. She just started in September. So I'm like, why you got an attitude? You ain't even been here 6 months. You don't even know about I-83 and none of that.
Well, do you recall the mayor saying she's not doing anything with grassroots organizations? Do you recall her saying that?
I don't consider myself a grassroots organization. I think I'm just probably a grassroots to them because they just...
But I'm saying you gotta listen to what you're saying. It's almost like you're homegrown. You're operating in the city, and you try to build something in the city, and you need a little help from the city.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was sitting there to do.
Well, it sounds like you're a grassroots organization, like a lot of these other. What was the last grassroots organization you know that got money from the city?
Not sure. I could write that down, and I'll find out.
Find out who the last grassroots organization that they did get. They got money from the city.
The last. Hold up. I'm writing now, Mr. James. I'm got this. The last what you call it, a grassroots?
Grassroots organization that received funding from the city.
Grassroots organization. Now, what's a grassroots organization? Can I ask that question? Don't blast me now, and I'm asking the question.
Well, no, I'm not going to ask because to my understanding, I'm thinking of somebody that was born and raised in the city that's trying to start a non-profit and trying to come up, but they need help as far as getting funding to get their non-profit off the ground and get it going.
Okay, a grassroots. Okay, I'm gonna find out who that was.
Yeah, and find out who that was because I think with you and you saying it's almost like you're under attack now. Your paperwork getting stolen.
Yeah, I'm under something for sure.
So you gotta.
Can you put that name out there? You don't want to put the name out who stole it. Allegedly.
I'll put it out next week. I need to get some more information.
We have to say alleged.
Can y'all tell me what happened to Jeff Majors?
Who's Jeff Majors?
Jeff Majors.
Jeff Majors was for the homeless with a Kathy Hughes.
Oh,
Jeff singing the song on my back.
Jeff Majors, the man.
Jeff Majors?
Yeah,
Jeff Majors. A lot of young ain't tell you about Jeff Majors fighting for the homeless.
Yeah, he fight for the homeless. He the man.
Mr. James, you put me on the spot on the radio.
Jeff Majors had a song, I'm a beggar and everything. He had that. He was advertising on your radio station. I haven't even heard from
Jeff Majors take care of the homeless. He loved the homeless.
Okay. All right, but Mr. James, I wrote all of this down. Can you make sure you got my number, right, Mr. James?
Yeah, so listen, all else failed, you call Jeff Majors.
All right, all else failed. Like, who's Jeff Majors? Why y'all ain't talking who's Jeff Majors?
Jeff Majors.
Let me take my other callers. How you doing, Ernest? Like, y'all got me on.
Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing today, Mr.
I think a previous caller was referring to retired police officers. Well, the two retired police officers. We have always spoke out against injustices against African American people. That's why we can't get hired. We can't get hired nowhere, for the most part, because we spoke out and we crossed the thin blue line.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna tell you something else. I have children that I educated that went to college, got degrees, that also work with the homeless and work with uplifting African American people. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't know anything about me, just like you don't know anything about
you
me.
An ex-police officer?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
What is about 25 years now?
Retired.
Y'all retired.
I think he's been in there for 25 years, I think, or more.
25 years.
Yeah. And everywhere that I work, I can still go in those neighborhoods, and the people treat me with the highest respect.
You probably
because
was like
I treated them with the highest respect.
Yeah,
but the thing is this, Miss Flowers.
Yes, sir.
If you want to, you working with the homeless, but you need to just go to school and take a courses majoring in social work and get a degree. And once you have your degree, nobody can say anything about you. That's what I did with my children. He wanted to be a social worker, wanted to work with the homeless, so I made sure he went to college. I got a good high school education. He got 2 degrees.
Brother Ernest, can I share something?
Yes.
Okay. I have been working with housing for the past 15 years, all population. Mm-hmm. And I can say 25 years if you look at the fact when I worked for Hickey and NCIA with the youth. Mm-hmm. So that's about a total, out of my 44 years, probably about 30 of them really spent in taking care of people with compassion and concern. I'm not going to get no social worker degree. I have a case management certified residential counselor degree that satisfies everything that I'm doing today. Everything that I sit around got a degree in something. They just need a degree in compassion and concern and having action when it comes to that. Take nothing away from people that want to go and get them, but right now that's not my calling.
Okay, well, it's not your calling. That's up to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest. Yes, that's not my calling for today. How you doing, Angie?
Peace and blessings, my love.
Hi. Oh, Miss Maggie, your name ain't come out right. How are you today?
That's
Got about
okay.
a minute for you, Miss Maggie. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Yes.
And I hear you see flowers.
I don't want no degree. I'm stuck going to brother telling me to help the homeless. I need to go get a degree now.
Yeah, you can't be inspired to do. You can't be inspired to do. That is, something people don't study to understand. So that's a hard one.
I'm Dr. Flowers. Do you know that line?
That's right. You see flowers. Flowers doesn't need any degree. They grow. They grow from those grassroots, They are the grassroots. They are the substance of what our humanity is all about. But see, here in Baltimore, I'm going to tell you something really quick.
Yes, Ms. Baggy.
There was a man who I met, and he was a wonderful person when it came to community activism. And he and the other groups that I work with, the whole group, they started locking activists up in Baltimore. Now, when you have activists being locked up because we don't pay attention to the words, we have hindsight, which, cruelty will teach you hindsight. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the hindsight was the people say civil disobedience. They repeat that. Mm-hmm. That's not what they understand. It's what they repeat. Civil disobedience. So I'm a mother. I was like, disobedience? How grown people be disobedient? So you resist. Civil resistance to cruelty and humanity. So why do you get locked up for something like that?
I don't know.
Because you went along with being disobedient.
Yes, Miss Maggie. I'm going to have to take my next caller.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you. And again, Larry, that was really interesting. I love my callers. I love everyone. But I have to be disturbed about Brother Ernest. Having a degree is not going to make me work any different with the homeless population. And I take my hats off with due respect to each and every one that call here. But I mean, let's just break it down to where it's at. We got enough degrees and everything.
I need a degree to drive a cab.
Yeah, we got enough degrees around here doing everything that they need to do. Sometimes people spend too much